Hey guys, Pete Wallace here. So we've seen the World Economic Forum through the mainstream media actively promote the Great Reset. So what do they actually mean by this? I'm going to show you how I believe a Great Reset will occur through a complete shutdown of our electrical grid system and why the next wave of the corona will cause it to happen.
The World Economic Forum will take place in 2021 in a new Twin Summit format, which will see events both here in Switzerland and online. The theme for next year will be the Great Reset.
There's no doubt we're entering into very interesting times as we head into 2021. And to the people that think we're going back to normal, no, this pandemic was only a test run for what is coming.
In fact, the testing could have been ramped up very quickly in a few countries that have almost avoided the epidemic entirely, like Taiwan, New Zealand, Australia. They took their experience and actually prepared, and so they moved a lot faster. So we, we'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.
All right, so let me explain. So there's no split of coincidence that the word corona is defined as the sun's solar corona, and that the virus symbol looks very, very similar to the sun and its rays, which I'll discuss very, very shortly. So what does the sun have to do with all that is happening? Many religious scriptures, such as the Holy Bible, are veiled with many astrological metaphors and syncretism.
Jesus is the sun. This is why we worship Christ on Sunday. The sun has been used as a symbol of mankind's concept of deity.
Now, probably the most obvious of all the astrological symbolism around Jesus regards the 12 disciples. They are simply the 12 constellations of the zodiac, which Jesus, being the sun, travels about with. In fact, the number 12 is replete throughout the Bible. This text has more to do with astrology than anything else. Coming back to the cross of the zodiac, the figurative life of the sun, this was not just an artistic expression or tool to track the sun's movement. It was also a pagan spiritual symbol, the shorthand of which looked like this. This is not a symbol of Christianity. It is a pagan adaptation of the cross of the zodiac. This is why Jesus in early occult art is always shown with his head on the cross, for Jesus is the Son of God, the light of the world, the risen Savior who will come again, as it does every morning, the glory of God who defends against the works of darkness as he is born again every morning.
The sun, or the Son of God, is about to return through a solar flare event, which some religions have named this prophecy the Apocalypse, which in Greek means the lifting of the veil, uncovering and revealing of that which has been hidden. A sun-solar event is known to release electromagnetic plasmic energy called coronal mass ejection. Sounds familiar, right? Well, this might just well be the return of the sun and the coronavirus.
Do you remember that paper on extrasolar activity I published?
Yeah, sure I remember.
I found evidence of a series of superflares from a star in the outer Pleiades region.
Right. Readings were off the chart.
We were both wrong. The numbers are a warning, but not just to me or any random group. They're a warning to everyone.
Okay, you're officially scaring the shit out of me right now.
A superflare. In our own solar system. I thought there was some purpose to all of this. Why did I get this prediction if there's nothing I can do about it? How am I supposed to stop the end of the world?
I did mention the return of the Son, or the Son. It is important to note that when Jesus, the Son of God, had died on the cross, he did so with a crown of thorns. Interestingly, the word corona has another meaning, and in Latin means crown. It is no coincidence that the coronavirus symbol has crown-like thorns, just like the sun rays.
And can be seen coming in the clouds, up in heaven, with his crown of thorns, or sun rays.
We're told that God's Son dies with a crown of thorns. A crown of thorns is nothing more than the sun rays. The concept is liberty and freedom is based on spiritual and intellectual enlightenment. This is why the Statue of Liberty has a crown of thorns. Crown of thorns are the light rays.
These larger scale coronal mass ejections, or also known as CMEs, once emitted, can cause a complete shutdown of our electrical grid system and can lead to significant cascading effects which could affect all our human lives and can lead to even days or even weeks of darkness.
There'd be pretty much a collapse of the electronic grid system that we all depend on, and it could last anywhere, depending on the severity of the event, anywhere from days to weeks, even months, to get back online. This would mean that, basically large portions of the planet could be plunged into darkness.
We have seen the World Economic Forum founder, Klaus Schwab, recently quote of a potential cyber attack that would wipe out our electrical communication system. Is this in anticipation of this solar event?
We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack. To use the COVID-19 crisis as a timely opportunity to reflect on the lessons the cybersecurity community can draw and improve our preparedness for a potential cyber pandemic.
Maybe the Simpsons were giving us a sign in a recent episode, Thank God It's Doomsday.
Now, Homer, what would you do in the case of an EMP?
Electromagnetic pulse.
A burst of radiation that knocks out every electrical system in the country.
An EMP?
You know what that means?
Hand scissors. Ow.
All electronics in Springfield have been disabled. Even the musical greeting cards.
This is it. Bug out time.
You might have heard of a similar event that occurred, which was the 1859 Carrington event.
And while the occurrence of a catastrophic event is rare, it has happened in the past. And in fact, over 150 years ago in 1859, the largest ever recorded solar storm took place, and it is known as the Carrington event. Now, during that event, telegraph stations caught on fire, major networks had outages, and magnetic fields were disturbed as well. So if this happens now, it could be even more catastrophic, as you said, because we rely on technology more and more than ever.
You know, NASA in 2014 estimated that there could be about a 12% chance of having a Carrington level or greater event within the next 10 years, up to 2024. So this is a very real thing. It's not hypothetical, it's not science fiction. You know, there was even a minor event that happened in, let's see, I believe it was 1989. Yes, it was 1989. There was a relatively minor coronal mass ejection event.
What happens in the heavens affects us here on Earth. Hence the saying, as above, so below. We are approaching the 21st of December, 2020, which has significance astrologically and will trigger the start of a new age, and is also a powerful day energetically. It involves a great Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter conjunction occurring on the day of the winter and summer solstice and then the lunar eclipse. This energy will continue all the way into April 2021. It's my perspective that a great reset would occur from this date to the coming months of 2021. Major signs have been pointing to a great reset. As the Bible mentions, the Lord or the Son of God will come like a thief in the night. So we actually know the date this event happens, or will it be a mystery? Some religions say this event marks the great rapture itself.
Where did my Christian limo driver go?
My pious husband is missing. The baby I chose to have baptized is gone. Mr. Thompson, what's happening?
It's the rapture, Shauna. The rapture. The virtuous have gone to heaven, and the rest of us have been left below. We were fools, and because we rejected God, tacitly accepting Satan, we must suffer through the apocalypse.
I thought all religions were a path to God. I was wrong.
Why did I put my faith in science and technology?
But the Great Reset is not to be feared. The elite's plan will most likely to be to keep us back into lockdown again, which we're already programmed to do as a society. And they'll use this solar natural event as a false flag, a false narrative, like global warming had caused it, an alien invasion, a 5G attack, a nuclear explosion, or an extreme new strand of the virus to sweep the world. This event will be their catalyst for more control through a further worldwide push for mandatory vaccines.
You can run, but nobody escapes the needle.
One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way or another. I'm gonna see you. Get you one way or another. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna meet you one day. Maybe next week. I'm gonna meet you. I'll meet you.
And ID tracking devices to keep us heavily monitored as we are supposedly infected by this new strand of the virus.
Curfew is now in effect. All unauthorized citizens must stay indoors.
Tensions rise as we enter the 213th week of lockdown.
A grim new reality emerges.
COVID-23 has mutated.
Beginning thermal scan. Thermal scan normal.
A horrifying new development
New
today.
data confirms the virus attacks the brain tissue.
Hey, whoa, I'm immune! I'm immune!
Worldwide death toll rises to over 110 million.
All infected Americans are being forced into quarantine.
The World Economic Forum recently quoted, "You will own nothing and be happy." So what does this actually mean? Well, the Great Reset will trigger the collapse of our financial system. From then forward, we'll see a worldwide move into a cashless society through the adoption of a digital asset such as cryptocurrency. This move would pave the way for a new world order, which they've been planning to orchestrate for decades now.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
As both the darkness and the light is revealing itself simultaneously, nothing can be hidden, and all is revealing itself. And there's no doubt about that, since what we've seen play out in the year 2020. Prepare yourself for this universal reset. It's not just an economic, social, or financial reset. It will also be a physical and metaphysical reset as well. This coronal mass ejection from the sun's corona, aka the crown, is known to activate our most highest chakra, the crown chakra. This would give individuals a new vision for the future. The higher energies that will be entering the earth this time will see an instant upgrade to our consciousness, collapsing of timelines, and we'll see an emotional and physical purge of what no longer serves us as we step into this new age of Aquarius. So these globalists know what is coming and have recently ramped up in an attempt to suppress this sun solar energy entering the cosmos through cloud seeding and weather modification. Interestingly, Bill Gates has been backing plans to tackle climate change by blocking out the Earth's sun. I wonder why.
There is a line of research on what's called geoengineering, which are various techniques that would delay the heating to buy us 20 or 30 years to get our act together.
Since the beginning of time, man has yearned to destroy the sun. I will do the next best thing. Block it out.
Good God.
So as we enter this new chapter of human history, we can either choose love or fear. I'm a big believer that our soul has chosen to be alive at this particular time to have this particular experience.
The age of Aquarius is here, and the transitory period is now. When we pour down the healing waters of Aquarius, we wash away the old structures. We plant the seeds of new, higher experiences and identities, and become renewed. Will we choose unity or cling on to the old? That is the overarching question at the moment. The energy right now is perfect for healing, so keep your intentions pure, heart and mind set on what's harmonizing. Sit back and watch this story unfold.
So guys, start looking at ways you can look after yourself in the midst of the chaos. And don't forget to stock up on supplies.
I've hidden all our supplies behind a fake wall.
Want the basement look cleaner?
See? These are our bug-out bags. In here is everything we need to survive.
Survive what?
The looming kablooey.
It's reassuring to see you're aware of the future, but this is all a little creepy.
Creepy? March, the apocalypse is coming. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe never, but it's coming. And soon.
And please don't follow the obvious programming of the mainstream media telling you to buy toilet paper again.
When things go south, the sheeple will clean out every supermarket in town.
Typical sheeple.
This great reset is coming very, very soon. So prepare yourself emotionally, physically, and mentally. So if you like my content, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, hit the subscribe button. If it was any time in history, now would be the time to be empowered, be assertive, set some boundaries, and make decisions that best benefit you, because in these coming months, shit's about to get crazy. So look after yourself, take care of yourself, and prepare yourself for 2021. Peace out, guys.